morning. It's Sunday, the 2nd of October, 2016, and here I am back in the United Kingdom Talk studio, boys and girls, after my short holiday to the wonderful county of Yorkshire. Da, 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 da. And I was up there with my niece and her husband Ben and their children George and Emily, and I've had such a lovely time over the last few days. I really have. Highlights of the holiday, I think, would have to be dinner at the Rose and Crown. That's where we had dinner at the Rose and Crown. I don't know if you saw any of the videos that we did while we were away there, but they're all on my Facebook wall. Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK is my Facebook, just in case you don't know that, all right? Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. All the videos from the holiday are there. What you didn't see on the beach, okay, you saw us playing with stones and that, and you know, we went round to a little cove. So you kind of come down these stairs, very steep stairs, and then it opens up to a big sort of bay, right? So it goes round like that, yeah, and that's quite large. All stones and pebbles and sand and water. Very, very windy. It was ever so windy that day, but not cold. And we didn't have any rain for the whole of the 4 days we were there. So that was nice. But the four of us walked around to the side and discovered a kind of a little cove that went in like that. So you come down the stairs, there's the big bit here, and then round here, if you go round these, and you had to step on the stones, okay, because there's a little bit of water there, step on the stones, and there was a secret cove. A secret cove. So we went in there after stepping carefully on the stones. We took a few photographs in there. And I suppose we were only there for about 10 minutes or so. And then when we went to get back, half the stones had disappeared underwater. Yes, we could have been marooned. Marooned. No one would have found us. We would have been, had we been there just a few more minutes, I think we would have been floating bodies. We could have been floating. No one cares. Look, no one cares. You don't care. You're laughing. Don't laugh. It's not funny. We could have been floating bodies. You know, we could have been found anywhere. Even France, for God's sake, imagine being found in another part of Europe. They wouldn't do anything with us. They hate us. They hate us, don't they? We could have been found in another part of Europe. We would have been chopped up and eaten. Yes, by the Spanish or the Germans or the Belgians. We would have been chopped up and eaten in a casserole or something like that. Anyway, more about eating later. So we then had to step, I mean, it wasn't deep, deep water, but it was about that deep, you know. So we were going to get wet feet if we weren't very careful. Now, Ben, that's Trace's husband, managed to get round first without getting his shoes wet. And then I tried to, like, straddle. Because I'm quite good at doing that. Are you good at doing that straddling? You know, where you got one leg over there, and I'm very good at, isn't that funny? I'm very, very good at that. So I straddled two stones, and then we passed children. I think first Emily, she was passed from one to the other, and then George was passed from one to the other, so they didn't get wet. But then came the turn of my niece, and by then the water had gone up a little bit further. Now I'm starting to get, I hadn't got a wet foot yet. So what we had to do with my niece was get her to climb up to sort of a ledge. And there was nothing to hold on to. I've got a bit of a chest, as you can hear. I was standing behind. So she's up here. I'm standing down here on the two stones. And as she's climbing up, I'm holding her up there like that. Oh, I wish we'd have got that on film. I really do. But it was all a little bit worrying, really. I'm holding her up like that. She's walking along carefully along there. And then, of course, my foot slips off the stone and I'm in the water now. Oh, no. Right foot in the seawater. Never mind. Anyway, it wasn't as I say, it wasn't cold. It was just very windy. So we managed to get round like that and then we all got hurt. But it could have been so much worse. I mean, I may not have been here to talk to you anymore. What would you do? What would you do if you didn't have me to talk to? Because we are friends, aren't we? You know, like Terry Wogan, the great Terry Wogan, who we sadly lost. Was it this? I think it was this year, wasn't it? The great Terry Wogan. And do you remember when he did his last show, he said, "Thank you for being my friend. I want to thank you for being my friend. I know we don't always converse, by emails or messages. I want to thank you for being my friend, for being there. It's all about having a little bit of a friendship here, isn't it? Anyway, we managed to get round there in the end, and then we went up and had a bit of lunch. So that was one highlight, the beach highlight. I'm actually not too keen on sand beaches. I can't stand sand. It gets everywhere, doesn't it? But I had my wet one wet trainer and one dry trainer, so that was okay. And then we threw a few little stones. Ben and Tracy, they were picking up these little stones. I picked up an entire rock, because I'm strong. I go swimming and I do lots of exercise, so I can pick up large rocks, boys and girls. I really can. I picked up this massive rock and threw it in the sea. And we had really great fun doing that. So that was one highlight. As I say, we had dinner at the Rose and Crown one day. That was another highlight. Little pub, which was in... Oh, what's the name of the place now? Gosh, I can't remember now. But it was about 20 minutes walk from the Haven Holidays Thornwick Bay resort. And that was a really nice meal. Plenty to eat, dear. Plenty to eat. I had vegetarian spaghetti bolognese, which I found very strange to have that. I didn't expect to find that in there. I thought, oh, it's going to be veggie burger. But they had quite a large selection of vegetarian stuff. I have found I am finding more and more vegetarians now. I don't know if you've perhaps become one or you know anyone, but there was certainly more of us around now. Another highlight was coming not first, but second. Second in the quiz. Quiz of the week. And that was at Haven Holidays. There were 16 teams. And after the first round, we were first. Oh, yes. After round one, we were first. Now, the quiz was an interactive... I wish I'd done a video of this now when I think about it, but we were concentrating on the quiz. The quiz is an interactive quiz, okay? So the question... So it's got a host, like I do my quiz night on Wednesdays at the King's Head Theatre Bar. So it's got a host who walks around with... He's on the stage with a microphone. He's got a remote control. He pushes it, and the questions come up on the TV screen. And it's generally a question and then... several answers to choose from, like a multiple choice type thing, okay? So he'd read out the questions such as, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate United Kingdom Talk? This programme that you're watching and joining in with at the moment. And it might be A, 1 out of 10, B, 2 out of 10, C, 5 out of 10, D, 8 out of 10, or F, D, E. Oh, no, E. E. Oh, whatever, And obviously, you would press E for 10 out of 10, wouldn't you? You would press E for 10 out of 10, do that, and then you'd quickly go on your mobile phone and then share. You would share this programme on your wall, wouldn't you? To gather more friends together for our little chats in the morning or whenever you watch this programme. Some people watch it at night, some people in the morning. Some people, I gather, watch this programme sitting on the toilet. I mean, how long do you want to spend there? Is the show long enough for you to do your businesses? Huh? Or do you want a longer one? I can do longer if you want. We can sit here for 2 hours a day if you want me to. No problem at all. I can find much to talk about. Always. So, and that's what... And then you would push the button and your name would come up. Our name was George and Emily after the 2 children. And the name would come up to indicate that you had voted. And it's very, very good. Very good indeed. And I took down a little note of the manufacturers, I suppose, of this interactive quiz, because I'm going to look into this. I think it's fantastic. Really very, very good indeed. I was very, very impressed with the interactive quiz. Don't know how much it costs. It may be that it's a little bit too expensive. See, I only do 1 quiz a week. And when you're buying stuff in like that, it's the same with everything, like karaoke nights. If you only did 1 karaoke night a week, you probably wouldn't be able to afford to do it. You've got to get the work in, and then once you're doing like about 3 a week, then it's it makes the money for what it is. Not that for me, it was never about making loads of money. Never was. But you've got to have so much going on to make it at least pay for itself, you see. So I don't know how much an interactive quiz like that would cost, but I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that and seriously think about that. I thought it was fantastic the way this. Everyone had a little remote control like that, you know. Tick 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 tick. Anyway, so after round 1 we were first, and then disappointingly, boys and girls, after round 2 we were second. Well, I nearly gave up and went home then, dear. You know, and it was all my niece's fault. It wasn't my great nephew or my great niece or Ben. It was all my niece's fault. I mean, for God's sake, man, the answers she was coming out with, I don't know what the problem was she had. She must have something else on her mind. That's all I can think of. Isn't it? It's got to be that, Tracy. You must have something else on your mind. You're not concentrating. Sorry? You're not. What's the time now? Oh, you're not concentrating on the questions, dear. Anyway, so that was round 2. And I thought, no, I'll carry on. I'll carry on regardless. At the end of round 3, we were in second place. So still, oh dear. And then we had round 4. Oh dear. We went down to third place, and I thought, right, that's it. And I got up from the table. I'm going. I thought, this is embarrassing. Ben said, no, sit down, sit down. So we carried on again, and by the last round, on the very last round, I can't remember, I think it was about 6 or 7 rounds, but on the very last round, it was the music round. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. And one after the other, we were getting those answers right. And we were the first ones to answer as well. Because when you click your little button, your name comes up, right? And in the case of a tie, it would determine the winner from the person who hit the button the quickest. So you had to click and win a music round. We were first every time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And at the end of the quiz, we were second. Second place. Thank you very much. Out of 16 people. Oh, who was at the bottom? I don't know. Some team called the Hollies. I don't think they were the actual Hollies. You know, they'd just been called the Hollies. I mean, the embarrassment, dear. You know, I think, because when I saw them read out the teams, I think it was the team, because then a family got up and walked out and they held their heads down like this as they were walking out. We were able to stand erect proudly, boys and girls. We were able to be erect and proud in front of all those other people because we were second. Although a little bit disappointed with the prize, to be honest. You know, we didn't expect a £5,000 cash or a holiday for 2 in Barbados. I thought, well, second prize, you know, maybe £250, £500. Huh? All we got was a monkey. Oh, my computer just flashed at me. Why did it flash? All the icons just changed. How strange and mysterious. Anyway, where was I now? Oh, yes. And all we got as a prize was a monkey. A little soft monkey. Where's the main prize? Well, I was disappointed. However, George, who was the birthday boy last week, he was 4 years up. Did that just flash again, dear? What's going on with my computer? George was the birthday boy last week. Right, he was 4 years old, and he kept the monkey. But at the end of the night, because after the entertainment there, I was generally back in my caravan by about 9:15. Because after the children, then it's kind of that's it. And I was saying, oh, George, that's a lovely monkey. Do you think I could have it? And he said, no. That was, I think that was his favourite word of the week. No. And I said, because Mummy and Daddy have got each other to sleep with. You're sleeping with little Emily, and I've got no one to sleep with. And then he handed the monkey over. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that thoughtful? Such a thoughtful child. So thank you, George, for the monkey. And then my other highlight of the week, and we were very naughty, actually. It was me who started it, and Ben carried this on. Ben, Tracy's husband. We said to George and Emily, do you know, I said to George and Emily, I said, I'm feeling very, very hungry. Do you know what I'm going to have to eat? And George says, what? I said, I'm going to eat Mummy. Yes, yum, yum, yum. And I'm looking at, no, he said, no. And I said, yes, yum, yum. And I moved my mouth towards her arm like that. And he started hitting me. And then Ben joined in. He said, yes, Mummy. And he picked up his knife and fork and go, shh, shh, shh. Isn't it funny, the little ones? They actually do believe you're about to eat their Mummy. Yum, yum, yum. And I carried this on for hours. hours and hours. In fact, I think, Tracy, to be honest, Tracy, I think I pushed it a little bit too far. I think we pushed it a bit too far, didn't you? So that was my holiday, and on the last day was Friday. Got up, I set the alarm for, I think, 8:30. I woke up at 7:45, so I started gathering my bits and pieces together. And I think I left about 9:15, something like that. Went to my sister's, had a nice day yesterday. And the only thing is, on Thursday, was it Thursday? Thursday night was the last night. Round about 8:30, during the quiz, I started to feel a little bit ill. Chest-wise, and phlegm was coming up. So I think I've picked up a little bit of a chest cold, which last night was kind of affecting me. I was working last night doing a private karaoke party, which was very nice, actually. Lovely, lovely people, especially a girl called Emily, it was James's birthday. And he was quite pleased because I estimated his age at 34 and he was actually 43. So he was very pleased with that. I know the words to say. Don't worry about that. And Emily is his girlfriend. And she is just such a bundle of fun. Always smiling and happy. And I said, are you always like that? She says, no, I'm a miserable cow. But you don't want to see miserable people when you're out. So why is it that people come around and look miserable when they come out? Why come out? Just stay at home. Just stay at home and be miserable on your own. We just don't want to see your miserable old faces. Stay at home. We're not interested. Goodbye. Don't come to my nights, please, if you're going to look miserable all night, because I'm not going to bother with you, dear. That's it. So last night I was doing that, and I did feel a bit warm. I felt quite hot, and I thought, oh, God. You know, and it was a good night, enjoyed the night, but I felt ill and I thought, oh, I need to go home to bed. Anyway, I come home to bed, I went to sleep, and this morning I feel much better. I think it was fighting off the chest infection, I really do. And also yesterday I had my flu injection. Oh, yes. Yes, I have that every year, flu injection. Now, I did check, I said, I've got a bit of a chest at the moment. Is that all right? He said, yeah, that's fine, no problem at all. So that's it. I was in the doctor's. What you do is you fill out 2 forms with your bits and pieces on there, and then you go through to the doctor, and you're with the doctor no more than 10 seconds. He says, hello, how are you? I said, I'm all right, but I don't look. I look the other way. He says, okay, you look the other way. So what have you been up to? And he said, that's it, it's done. Oh, right, okay, thank you very much, goodbye. And that was it. So I'm now protected, boys. It takes a few weeks to start working, I think, but I'm protected against flu. Protected. Now, a lot of people often say they've had the flu injection and then they were really ill afterwards. I have never had that. Is that you? I think Ronnie's just arrived. Never mind, we're nearly finished now anyway. There was one occasion a couple of years ago where I had it in the morning, and I went through the day, went to bed in the afternoon, as I always do for a couple of hours. Then when I got up, I felt dreadful. Not sneezing or runny nose or cough. I just felt dreadful. Anyway, as I always do, I went to work, come over, felt ill all night at work. Not sick, just ill. You know, really low, no energy. And I felt like that the whole night. Went to bed, and in the morning, I was right as rain. So I think that's possibly the only time it's affected me. Other people, you see, it's very difficult to tell, isn't it? You know, I mean, you might have something brewing when you go and have that injection. And then it will come the next day, and it will be nothing to do with that injection. So I do thoroughly recommend flu injections. I've had flu a couple of times. It is not funny, especially if you've got something wrong with you, like asthma or anything like, or an immune system problem, anything like that. You need to have your flu injections. All right, some messages from yesterday's show. Hello to Simon, who says, Simon keeps sending jokes. Please stop sending jokes, Simon. I'll read it out. I had an empty, huge Daz box on my TV last night as I couldn't find an aerial. Love the old gags. Well, that's all right, Simon. Goodbye. Is that you? Oh, come and say hello. I've nearly finished, dear. Are you looking decent? Who are you talking to? My friends, dear. My friends. My friends. On United Kingdom Talk. I'm talking to my friends, if you don't mind. Now, Kiki D... I beg your pardon?
You don't have any friends.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, hello, how are you?
Oh, no.
Why have you got your sunglasses on? Come into view. Come into view, dear. Why have you got...
Because it's sunny outside. You've got the curtain shut in this small bedroom.
Of course I have. This is a studio.
It's not a studio.
It's a studio,
bedroom.
dear.
It's a bedroom.
We can't even see your face, just your chest. Mind you, that's an improvement, to be honest.
It's a bedroom.
This is a purpose-built television studio,
I can fit one hand on one wall to the other wall.
Well, you might be able to fit one hand on one, but you can't fit your ass through the door, can you, dear?
Oh, no, that's you, darling.
Huh? Oh, look at that. And stop standing in one place too long. You're denting the carpet. Denting the carpet. No photographs, please.
No photos.
What are you doing? What are you doing now?
I'm turning my phone off.
Are you feeling strong today? I want to turn my mattress.
No, you don't need to turn that mattress already.
It needs to
twist. No.
Every week it needs to be done.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Oh, you're off your edge, you are.
Thank you. What are you doing? Making tea?
No, I'm not making tea.
Here, I'll take that down for
I'm going to make myself comfortable in the front room. No, I'm not a butler. No.
No, please take it down. Please? Are you going to have a cup of tea?
No, I'm just
Or using my bloody hot water? Go on.
I'm not using your hot water.
Or boiling water?
I'm not using that.
Boiling? And I look smart. I dress like this all the time.
No, you don't.
I do.
You only put that jacket on when you do your hobby radio.
What do you mean hobby radio?
Hobby radio.
Hobby radio. It's not hobby radio. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And you know when it's a hobby because it starts costing you money.
Can you
spend
go?
stupid money on
Will you
stupid
go?
like-
Please go.
Fine.
I'll be down in a few minutes when I've finished talking to my friends. Thank
When
you. Oh, I'm so sorry about these disturbances tonight, boys and girls. Shut up, woman! God's sake, man. Kiki D says, you're poor sis. Shut up! Can you tidy up then? Kiki D says, your poor sis, you are so wicked to her. When she got in the car and the stereo boomed out and deafened her. Yes, it was my Barry Manilow USB stick. Oh, yes. It was set to switch on as soon as she pushed the button. Did anyone recognise? Oh, it's a new Barry Manilow picture this month. Look at that. Here's the October Barry Manilow picture in that lovely white jacket. I think that's one of my favourite pictures of Bazza, don't you? All right, Baz. Yes, reminded me of my older brother and me when we get together. Were you naughty? Were you naughty with your brother, Kiki D? I bet you were. Me and my sister have been like that for a while. We always get told off by our dad. Years ago, in the back of the car, we'd be fighting, and he'd stop the car. He'd go, well, pack that up, you two, or you'll get a hiding. Hello to Eamon. Hello, Eamon. He's one of our quiz people who says, does your lovely sister know how famous she is? Does she know how much she is constantly a topic of the conversation? Yes, of course she does, Eamon. Of course she does. She knows. Don't worry about that. I think she loves it. I think she loves being the topic of conversation. And Tracy, my niece, who I've just been on a holiday with, says, love the way Mum covered her ears in the car. Well, the thing is, my sister, she prefers ABBA to Barry Manilow. Don't you, darling? She prefers ABBA to Barry Manilow. And Sarita says, cherry-smelling toilet paper. Yeah, you better believe it. That's what my sister's got. Cherry-smelling toilet paper. Isn't that strange and mysterious? Why would you have that? Why would you have cherry-smelling toilet paper? Chocolate-smelling toilet paper is far more nicer, I think. Yes. And then, you know, if you're sitting on the toilet, you know, waiting for things to happen, and you fancy a bite to eat, you just have a piece of chocolate-flavoured toilet paper, don't you? You just eat it. Yes. Preferably not used. Sarita also says, apple pie, I want to come and go for a ride in your new car. Not while you're eating apple pie, Sarita, dear. We're not having any eating going on in that car. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's do today's birthdays. Oh, yes. If it has been your birthday over the last few days, I'm very sorry, but I didn't have the list. I don't take the list of birthdays with me, and I can't see them, which is the reason you didn't get your birthday read out. So I'm sorry about that. If you want it read out as like a belated thing, then pop us a message through, and I'll do that for you. And sing, of course, and sing. Happy birthday today to Michael Creasey. Now, there is someone I haven't seen for ages and ages, Michael. You're looking very smart in that suit, I must say. What job are you doing now, dear? Nice to see you, Michael. It really is. You look really smart. Happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday to Debbie Joyce. Now, I think you used to come in the black cap, and did you play bingo with us when we used to do bingo at that place in King's Cross? Happy birthday, Debbie. Happy birthday to Annette Lockyer. That's a lovely surname. Annette Lockyer. Happy birthday, my darling. Happy birthday to Anthony Lawson. 32 today, aren't you, Anthony? Happy birthday, Anthony. And happy birthday to Jordan Lorimer. Now, Jordan Lorimer used to come and sing at my karaoke's at the Black Cap. We're going back here probably 13, 14 years. He now lives in Beverly Hills, California, and he works for Stiletto Entertainment, which is like the Barry Manilow thing. Like it's Barry Manilow's thing. He works for Barry Manilow regularly. Met him several times. How fantastic is that? So happy birthday as well to you, Jordan. Maybe I will meet Barry one day. Who knows? I might be in John Lewis somewhere and he'd be ordering a new bed or something like that. How lovely to meet Barry Manilow. Let's sing for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Michael, Debbie, Annette, Anthony and Jordan. Happy birthday to you. All right? Hope you have a nice day, boys and girls. It's a Sunday night, so tonight I'll be hosting karaoke every Sunday at the Golden Lion in Sydenham. That starts at 8 o'clock and finishes at 12 midnight. Once again, karaoke tonight and every Sunday starting at 8 o'clock and finishing at 12 midnight at the Golden Lion in Sydenham. Enjoy your Sunday and thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.